Officially 4:26. On our final rehearsal here together, we've done our last take. I just want to say a few things to you as a band that I feel like I need to say before we split. This obviously was a very non-traditional year for the Marching Pioneers. I'm super excited that we got a chance to do this thing, but this band didn't get a chance to do a preseason camp. This band didn't get a chance to perform at any football games. This band didn't get a chance to march up and down Main Street in the Homecoming Day Parade. We didn't travel anywhere. But I will tell you this with the utmost sincerity, I have never, in the 17 years that I've been here, I've never been prouder of a marching band at this university than I am of this one. I don't hear complaining from this group. I don't hear people asking, why can't we do this, why can't we do that? When I give you instructions, like pulling your masks up right now, I don't hear you giving me any trouble about that. It's because of your adherence to policies that needed to be put in place for your safety, because of your conscientiousness and because of your work ethic, that we have been as successful as we have this season. Look around the field for a second. This is the last time that this particular ensemble will ever be together again as a performing ensemble. There are a few of us who are not able to be here today because they're in quarantine. And a few of you have been in quarantine over the course of this season. But I will say that there's a lot of divisive angst going around our society, in particular this week, but right now in our society. And there are a lot of people who have certain opinions about your generation. I feel really sorry for those people because they don't get to experience what I get to experience with this band and with other student groups each year. So what I see is a group of people that works together regardless of difference, regardless of political, religious, whatever background, ethnic, gender background. I see a group of people that work together towards a common goal. I think that in our society, in particular, right at this moment, there's a hell of a lot that could be learned from people by focusing on groups like this one and people like you in your generation doing the same thing across this country and probably around the world that give people like me hope that we're going to pull out of this, whatever this trajectory is in our society. So I want to thank you for that. I want to also encourage you to take that mentality elsewhere. Because when I look across the field, I see zero enemies of mine, regardless of whether we voted the same way this week, regardless of whether we worship the same way or whether you worship at all, regardless of what your gender is. What I see is a group of people united to do something together. And to me, that's the solution of what plagues our society right now. That may seem overbearing or hyperbolic or too heavy, but I think it's right on point. And I want to thank you for making me better as a teacher, because I learn as much from you each season as you learn from me. I want to thank you for giving me hope, because that's what I see when I look out on the field right now. I love making music with you all, but this activity means a lot more to me than that, and I think to a lot of you it does as well. So enjoy this last moment together. For those of you who are not going to be back next season because of selfishly graduating and going out and making money, or doing internships where you're working but not being paid for it, like student teaching, or if you're just too busy to do it again next season, or if you're moving on and doing other stuff, thank you for this season. If you are eligible to come back next season, I certainly hope that you will. Whether we have to do it something revised like this, or whether we get to do it full on with football games and halftime shows and homecoming parades and maybe even traveling somewhere and performing. Either way, this brightens up my fall. So thank you. It has absolutely been an honor and a privilege to work with you this fall. We will hopefully see many of you in the future, even if it's at homecoming when you return as alumni. Thank you, 2020 Marching Pioneers.